Hello everybody and welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews, world famous Sunday coffee. What are we doing today? First of all, look at the can. Came in. Actually need a can opener. You don't see that much anymore. So let me get this. Just want to show you. Came sealed up nice. Columbia coffee. This is from the famous Columbia restaurant. Look at that. Okay, Columbia, it's in Tampa, Florida. It is the world's largest Spanish restaurant. It's the oldest restaurant in Florida. It's been owned by the same family since 1905. It's a Florida tradition. They have flamingo dances on certain nights. A lot of the same recipes they've had for over 100 years. It was a big cigar factories down this part of Florida in Tampa and Ybora, and they used to frequent the restaurant, and they kind of made it famous, and from there it just took off. Okay, because the Cuban immigrants, people got turned on to that food and just loved it. It seats 1,700 people in 15 dining rooms and takes up an entire city block. All right? And this is their coffee. Gem of the Spanish restaurants, Colombia. I don't want to read you all this. You know why? It's boring, but Cuban coffee. We're going to try it. This just gives a breakdown of the restaurant, some interesting facts, some interesting ways to make the coffee, some recipes. You go to a restaurant, you can get all these coffees the way you want them. So very interesting, very cool restaurant in Tampa, Florida. If you're ever down there, give it a shot. I'm sure those of you that are watching this that are from Florida, if you haven't eaten there, you certainly know about it. Now, let me get my, French press. Press down. It's time now. All right. First, you know what? Let's smell it. And the Cubans, they make their coffee strong. Right? They use a lot of coffee, and there's different ways to make it. I use a French press. It really extracts all the flavors and all the oil out. There's no filter to block some of the oils. A paper filter will do. There's no water just passing through it. It's seeped in the hot water and it just extracts everything out of it. It's so good. I love that way. But a lot of times they'll use now, and that's the way they used it back in the day. They just put it in a pot and probably maybe boiled it and extracted the flavor, and that was it. Made it strong. Use South American blends, of course. Cuba has grown their own coffee. They're in the coffee belt. This is finely ground, so this would be a good espresso, especially where you would use steam to extract the flavor. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. I think you will. Let me get out of the way. All right? So anyway, just a rich, delicious smell of that coffee. Reminds me on a stronger level of when you walk in, and I love this, it just brings back memory. Walk into, say, a coffee shop. But not a shop that just sells. Well, yeah, shop that sells. But it reminds me of one back in the day that kind of like a diner. Coffee shop's what I'm talking about. But anything that's making coffee and that smell is in the air when you walk into the coffee, and you just coffee is like roasted peanuts or certain things you smell and you just want it. If you don't like coffee, you probably love the smell of it. That rich, delicious aroma of it. Freshly ground coffee. I love it. So, let's go ahead. There it is. Listen to that. Listen to that. It's a commercial, folks. Could be. You know where they pour that coffee in there and you hear it and steam coming off of this coffee. It's early in the morning. It's just so damn relaxing. No matter where I am sometimes, if I have some time to kill, for example, I can't even give you, but I'm doing something, or I'm somewhere, or I'm waiting on someone, or something's going on, I have time to kill, I find a coffee shop, and I sit in there and I order coffee, and I relax so nice, man. I relax with that cup of coffee. And it reminds me, like I said, of the diner, the old-time diners, coffee shops, and hearing those plates clinking as the cooks and the waitresses are trying to clear the table and serve the food, and they're pouring that coffee, and you hear that sound. It's a lifestyle. It's great. Well, today what we did. It's a nice day. So I'm doing a lot of work. I'm getting my fish pond squared away. Big struggle this year. Anyway, I need to call and see if they have any bog plants in yet. I need some plants for my bog for the pond. And I've been doing so many projects around here. But I think today what I'll do, I'm going to take a nice long walk when I get done with my coffee. And I think I'm going to paint my front door. I'm excited, ain't I? All right, first I'm going to enjoy this nice. So I made it strong as per the directions. Cuban. Just all I can say is it's got a rich, rich coffee taste. It's got a bitter chocolate, bitter taste that dissipates quickly after you swallow. It kind of goes away. I like that. A little high in the acid. I can taste the acid, but very flavorful. Give you a little hack. You want to get rid of the acid. Put a little, I mean a little, just the slightest amount of baking soda. Or you can use a little bit of salt, just a little. You don't want to change the flavor, but it will do the acidity. Another thing that'll take care of it and also enhance your flavors. Anybody knows I use the heavy whipping cream. It just brings out the flavor. That fat brings out the flavor in this coffee. But you know what? It's amazing. As strong as I made this, I really don't need anything. It's just good black. But a lot of you put sugar or your favorite sugar substitute. Or creamers, different flavor, whatever you like. You know, my grandmother used to use, she lived to 94, an obscene amount of, we used to think buy 5 pounds of sugar, I don't know, maybe a week or something. Or I mean, it was unbelievable. She probably put, in this little cup here, probably put 8 spoonfuls. If she had diabetes, there were no complications, and she didn't know it, and she didn't care, and lived to 94. Never complained anything, never complained when she got up and out of a chair, never said, I'm getting nothing. I don't advise that. I think sugar will lead to diabetes and stuff. I guess she just, either she had it and it was undiagnosed and she didn't have any symptoms that anybody's aware of. I mean, if it killed her, she lived to 94. Or she didn't have it. I don't know. You should have it, I think, but well, maybe her genetics were, just right. Anyway, before I drink this whole thing, let me put my cream in it. You don't need a lot, just a splash. Even the cream smells good. That rich, delicious vanilla taste. I'm ready to order. I'm ready to order some eggs, some bacon, some pancakes, some buttered toast. About 4 of these cups of coffee. Alright? But I'm not at the diner, I'm at the house. So I'm going to relax and I'm going to drink this. I'm going to drink this whole thing here. It's going to take me a little while. And then I'm going to start my day. Alright? Well, this is the start of my day. Then I'm going to get to work. So, from Hillbilly Select Reviews. This Columbia is a very, very good roast. Very tasty. Cheers, everybody.